In this painting, Walking on Sunshine, I'm going to share with you some secrets that I've learned along the way through a lot of trial and error. Because as many times as you read books or watch other people paint, until you start doing it yourself, you really don't see it come together and make sense. But I'm going to take you into this painting, Walking on Sunshine, and tell you all the little tricks that I think are what make this painting so beautiful. So, when you're dealing with a fall landscape, what you want to think about is warmth. So, how do we achieve this light source on a warm autumn morning? Well, first of all, you're going to use a lot of burnt sienna. You can see on my palette there's a big puddle of a reddish brown, and I use that color throughout this whole painting, mixing it with the greens, with the oranges, even with the yellows to tone the yellows down. The oranges just even look that much more natural. The greens look like they're starting to fade with the autumn seasonal changes. And you just get this overall warm tone to the painting. Now, to create that light source, which is coming from that top right, light is going to hit these grasses more on the tips. So I created a lot of contrast between the dark base and all the yellows and oranges that are coming along the top, especially the tips of the grasses, because if you can imagine the light coming through, it's just going to hit the tips of those grasses and really make them glow. But I also want you to notice the dark areas that I'm putting below the grasses, and even some of the dark areas above the grass tips, because that's what's when I add this white right there, that's where you can see those little white tips of grasses pop. So I'm laying in some background trees, and I'm going to explain the difference between these trees, which I'm putting in now. Those are being hit by the light. So those are going to be lighter brown. They're going to have that warm glow that the sun is giving them. They're more orangey, they're more orangey brown. Now these trees, these are close to the viewer and they're also in shadow. So they are going to be backlit and they're going to be dark. So they're almost pure black. Now with the leaves, again, these middle ground leaves, these are right in line with the rays of the sun. This little grove of trees is being hit by the light, so the leaves are going to be a very light glowing orange, a light glowing yellow, lots of white on the tips of the trees, giving them that extra little pop of sunshine. And then there's some deeper browns and oranges towards the back of the leaves that are in shadow. But you want to keep mixing burnt sienna, a little bit of burnt sienna in with all of your colors, and that is what is giving this painting such a beautiful, warm feeling. Now for the trees in here, now this is where the magic happens with the little glow of the sun. Notice I'm putting orange on the tree trunks because when something's backlit by something as bright as the sun, it's going to make the surrounding areas orange. So I put my little sun in there. I'm going to make it look even more convincing with our beautiful rays of light, and I pull down that light through the canopy. Now the foreground trees, I'm just going to finish them up with some glowing orangey brown leaves and some nice deep green shadows near the top, and always highlight all the tips of everything. Highlight where the light is going to be passing through all those beautiful trees. So there you go. Lots of burnt sienna, lots of bright light and contrast, and you too can create this beautiful landscape.